Welcome to Cincinnati.com. Today we're joined by Middletown football coach Troy Everhart. Troy, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely, Mike. Thanks for the opportunity.
Troy, obviously you were named Middletown head coach second week in March, and people are probably very interested to know what your impressions are of the Middletown football program. And I know it's still mid-April, but we're already thinking about football in August. What are some of your early impressions of the Middies?
Well, been really excited, Mike. We've got a great nucleus of seniors returning. Obviously the expectation level here is high, and the excitement is high as well. Back-to-back playoff appearances for the Middies the last 2 seasons, and again, most of those kids are returning, so we're all excited right now, and it's showing up in the weight room.
Did you ever expect to be back coaching on the field? Obviously, you were at UC last year, director of recruiting services, and what are your thoughts about returning to the sidelines?
Well, it's always been my goal to coach. I mean, I took that as an opportunity to better my career, and obviously I did because I'm here at Middletown, and couldn't be more excited that way. But again, yeah, coaching's in my blood. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy. So absolutely, I always thought I'd continue to coach.
How have you been embraced by the Middletown community?
They've been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. They've got a vision for what they want this program to be, and I'm just trying to do my best to make sure that I can let them see the kind of excitement that they're used to here on Friday nights.
I know you were quoted in one of the newspaper articles saying that somebody asked you what type of offense you're going to run, and you said, well, whatever it takes to score points,
Right.
whatever it takes to win.
Right.
I guess I'll ask you again, are you going to use the triple option that you're most familiar with at Winton Woods? Are you going to implement that here?
Well, I think if you look around, Mike, a lot of people are using option in some kind of form or fashion. So yeah, absolutely, we're excited about, if you look at anybody's offense, even the collegiate game, they're optioning an end or what have you. So I think as you do anything, you take what your kids do best and you modify or move forward with whatever they can do to get the ball across the plane, and that's all we're going to do. I've had a lot of success running a certain type of offense. Obviously, we've got some guys that can do some great things here in different ways, so we're not going to be stubborn enough not to utilize their talents.
5 straight playoff appearances. What does that mean to you?
It means I had a lot of great players and a lot of great coaches that worked with me. You don't do those things alone. I was very blessed to have a great coaching staff and some great players. And I think we're formulating a great staff here, and obviously we've got great players as well.
There's so much history surrounding the Middletown high school athletic program, whether it's football or basketball. Just from a football standpoint, what have you been most impressed about in terms of the history of the program?
Well, just again, what outstanding accomplishments we've been here. We're just looking in a box. They've had a North-South All-Star game was here, Ohio State Spring Game was here. The amount of players that have come out of Middletown that have gone on to play collegiate football. The originator of the run and shoot got his start here. So Middletown's got great football history, and our job is to add that last piece, that state title for that history.
I know obviously this is your first season at Middletown, but can you give us a sense of the players that you have on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively? Obviously a lot of people know about Jalen Marshall. What are some of your early impressions about the players that you have?
Well, this senior class has got outstanding players. There's Zach Edwards, who is very highly recruited as a receiver, but to me is a tremendous free safety as well. The defense will be outstanding. You've got Dylan Rowe, you've got Jalen Herring, returning All-State player Zach Davis, again the aforementioned Zach Edwards, Cody Quinn, just an outstanding football player, Frank Frazier. Those are some great players that are going to be returning for us on defense. And on offense, we have Kevin Henderson, who's just an outstanding player, and a really unheralded player that will play both offense and defense for us is EJ Jr. EJ is an outstanding player, a little bit injured last year, but as people start to see this young man, they're going to be really excited. And then just have some great up-and-coming players, and a guy we're really excited about is a sophomore, Brad Carr.
The GMC, you're in the GMC. What does that mean to you, and what do you expect out of the GMC this season?
Well, when we were at Winton Woods, we scheduled the GMC regularly, and again, so we're somewhat familiar with it, from a coaching standpoint. But it's a great league. It's a great league. Certainly would like to see us do some things to get more of our teams in the playoffs. But we're excited because we feel like to compete in this league, you're going to have to be at your absolute best week in and week out. So that's one of the things that drives you in coaching is to get the most out of yourself and your team and your coaches every week. So really excited about competing in this league and seeing our kids in action.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Best of luck to you.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thank you.